Today I will be reading facts about languages to you, and I will be also repeating a little bit and maybe tracing with this black pencil. I will be tracing some words or letters, maybe numbers, and also repeating words. I hope that you will like it and you will find it both relaxing and also a little bit educative. Maybe there are facts that everyone knows already. Something also surprising. I hope that something will astonish you. So let's start. So it's estimated that up to 7,000 different languages are spoken around the world. 90% of these languages are used by less than 100,000 people. Over a million people converse in 150 to 200 languages, and 46 languages have just a single speaker. Languages are grouped into families. That share a common ancestry. For example, English is related to German and Dutch. And they're all part of the Indo-European family of languages. These also include Roman languages such as French, Spanish and Italian. Which come from Latin. 2,200 of the world's languages can be found in Asia, while Europe has only 260 languages. Nearly every language uses a similar grammatical structure, even though they may not be linked in vocabulary or origin. Communities which are usually isolated from each other because of mountainous geography may have developed multiple languages. For example, Papua New Guinea boasts no less than 832 different languages. The world's most widely spoken languages by number of native speakers and as a second language according to figures from UNESCO. UNESCO. Mandarin Chinese, English, Spanish, Hindi, Arabic, Bengali, Russian, Portuguese, Japanese, German and French, the ease or difficulty of learning another language can depend on your mother tongue. Mother tongue. Mother tongue. In general, the closer the second language is to the learner's native tongue and culture in terms of vocabulary, sounds, or sentence structure. Sentence structure. Sentence structure. 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 The easier acquisition will be. So, a Polish speaker will find it easier to learn another Slavic language like Czech, than an Asian language such as Japanese, while linguistic similarities mean that a Japanese speaker would find it easier to learn Mandarin Chinese than Polish. Dutch is said to be the easiest language for native English speakers to pick up, while research shows that for those native English speakers who already know another language, the five most difficult languages to get your head around are Arabic, Cantonese, Mandarin Chinese, Japanese, and Korean. Globalization and cultural homogenization mean that many of the world's languages are in danger of vanishing. UNESCO has identified 2,500 languages which it claims are at risk of extinction. One quarter of the world's languages are spoken by fewer than 1,000 people. 1,000 people. And if these are not passed down to the next generation, they will be gone forever. Gone forever. The Latin Roman alphabet is the most widely used writing system in the world. Its roots go back to an alphabet used in Phoenicia in the eastern Mediterranean around 1100 before Christ. So around 1100 BC. This was adapted by the Greeks, whose alphabet was in turn adapted by the Romans. Here are the world's most widely used alphabets or scripts, which are still in use today in alphabetical order: Amharic, Arabic, Armenian, Bengali, Burmese, Chinese script, Cyrillic, Devanagari, Georgian, Greek, Hebrew, Japanese script, Khmer, Korean, Lao, Latin, Sinhala, Thai, and Tibetan. Under the Romans, Latin became the lingua franca across Europe. As of 2010, the European Union has 23 official and working languages: Bulgarian, Czech, Danish, Dutch, English, Estonian, Finnish, French, German, Greek, Hungarian, Irish, Italian, Latvian, Lithuanian, Maltese, Polish, Portuguese, Romanian, Slovak, Slovene, Spanish, and Swedish. Some of the oldest languages known include Sanskrit, Sumerian, Hebrew, and Basque. Human communication might have been sparked by involuntary sounds such as uch or ik, or by communal activities such as having or carrying heavy objects, coordinated by shouts. Another theory proposed that language evolved from communication between mother and baby, with the mother repeating the baby's babbling and giving it a meaning. Indeed, in most languages, mama or similar m sounds actually mean mother. Around 200 artificial languages have been created since the 17th century. The first were invented by scholars for communication among philosophers. Later ones were developed by less scholarly men for trade, commerce, and international communication. They include interlingua, a mixture of Latin and Romance with Chinese-like sentence structure, Idu, Teutonish, a simplified blend of Anglo-Saxon, English, and German, and the more commonly known Esperanto, invented by Ludwig Zamenhof, a Jewish ophthalmologist from Poland, in 1887. Esperanto is a spoken and written blend of Latin, English, German, and Romance elements, and literally means one who hopes. Today, Esperanto is widely spoken by approximately 2 million people across the world. The first language you learn, your mother tongue, usually comes with little conscious effort. If you're lucky, you might even acquire more than one language in the so-called critical period of language learning, believed to end sometime between age 4 and 12. After that, it doesn't come so easy as you might have found out at school. Something that might help is finding out about your learning style. Are you a visual, auditory, or kinesthetic learner? The visual learner might benefit from writing down words and phrases over and over again. Writing down words and phrases over and over again. The auditory learner could gain from reading out loud or recording their own vocabulary lists and listen back to them. The kinesthetic learner may enjoy learning in a group or using flashcards or anything else that satisfies their hunger for experience. Actually, I think that I am mix up through them, as many people are, I guess. Languages are constantly influencing each other. For example, the English language is in itself 30% French, and it has adopted words through lexical borrowings. This is particularly true when we think about ballet, as almost all of the words that describe the style of dance are in French. The most common letter and vowel in the English language is the letter. It starts with E, but the most common consonant in English is R, followed by T. More English words begin with the letter S, than any other letter. The English word alphabet is made up of two Greek words, which are the first two letters of the Greek alphabet, alpha and beta. The longest word without a true vowel in it is right. R H Y T H M. A pangram sentence is one that contains every letter in the language. For example, the sentence "The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog" is a pangram. There are ghost words that mean nothing. Believe it or not, there are some words that appeared in the dictionary because of printing errors. The non-exist word "dord", D-O-R-D, appeared in the dictionary for 8 years in the mid-20th century. It became known as a ghost word. The shortest, oldest, and most commonly used word is I. Medieval manuscripts reveal that some of the oldest words in English are I, we, two, and three. This makes I one of the shortest and oldest words in the English language. It is also the most commonly used word in English conversations. A new word is added to the dictionary every 2 hours. Between now and your next meal, a new word will be put into the dictionary. During the course of the year, almost 4,000 new words are added. There is no word that rhymes with orange. A palindrome is a word that is spelled the same way from both ends. For example, race car, race car, race car. At least half of the world's population are bilingual or plurilingual. They speak 2 or more languages. Most European languages belong to 3 broad groups: German, Romance, and Slavic. The German family of languages includes Danish, Norwegian, Swedish, Icelandic, German, Dutch, English, Yiddish, among others. The Romance languages include Italian, French, Spanish, Portuguese, and Romanian, among others. The Slavic languages include Ukrainian, Russian, Belarusian, Polish, Czech, Slovak, Slovenian, Serbian, Croatian, Macedonian, Bulgarian, and others. Most European languages use the Latin alphabet. Some Slavic languages use the Cyrillic alphabet. Greek, Armenian, and Georgian and Yiddish have their own alphabet. English is an air language. It means that all pilots always speak English while at work. A along with English, Russian is the language of space. Astronauts have to learn Russian as part of their training, and the computer system of the ISS use both English and Russian. During the space race, Russian also influenced English. For example, the suffix "nik" N-I-K used in Sputnik. Sputnik, what means fellow traveler in Russian, was borrowed from Russian and is commonly used in words such as bitnik, 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 bitnik. And we also have some facts about the Ukrainian language. The Ukrainian language was officially recognized as the second most melodic language in the world after Italian, and the third most beautiful based on such criteria as vocabulary, phonetics, phraseology, and sentence structure after French and Persian. The competition took place in Paris in 1934. In 1934. The world-famous melody called Summertime, written by George Gershwin, was inspired by the Ukrainian lullaby called Ой ходить сон коло вікон. Ой ходить сон коло вікон. The Dream Passes by the Window, performed by the Ukrainian National Chorus. This fact has never been proven by this, but the theory definitely has a right to exist, as the parents of George Gershwin originally came from Ukraine, the city of Odessa. The Ukrainian language takes the second place after the Russian language as the most widespread Slavic language. It also takes the 26th most spoken language in the world, according to the number of speakers. There is no surprise that people from overseas might get confused, as the literal translation of this phrase is yes, no, so the phrase is tani, tani. There is no surprise that people from overseas might get confused, as the literal translation of this phrase is yes, no. In fact, you may also often hear the phrase "Та не знаю," where the literal translation is yes, no, I don't know. This phrase may be used as an objection and means no. The closest example in the English language is well, no. If the words I don't know are added, then the whole meaning of the phrase stands for I don't know. For example, are you going to the sea this summer? Tani, I don't have any vacation left this year. No, that's all. That's all. Hope you like it and found it interesting and found funny, and also tinka. So, tell me what you think. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment this video. Thank you.